hope you are learning from some of these past teaching we've been doing on relationship. You know, the secret about it is to practice what you are learning, not just hearing it. Today, I want to welcome you to Relationship Rehab. I've been talking about 25 things to discuss before you say, I do. And we've talked about so many of them in the past. Today, we're going to be looking at your past relationship. Now, you're about to enter a new relationship. You need to let us know what has happened in your past relationship. Have you dated somebody before? How many years you have been with that person? What are the events that unfolded that happened during that relationship? You need to let your spouse know, because I've seen a lot happen to people in their past relationship. For example, so many years ago when I was a pastor in a particular ministry, a lady, when she was 16, she had a daughter for somebody. And because they are in secondary school at that time, the daughter was raised by her grandmother. And you know what happened? She never discussed this with the new relationship. And she was married to this man for 10 years. One day, this daughter they have been presenting like my auntie's daughter, something broke up. And the man eventually knew that this is the person that had a baby. It was a very messy situation. I was involved in the counseling with some other pastors, and we have to begin to encourage the man to still trust her. Listen to me, when you have things in your past and you are now in another relationship and you don't bring it to the person, it will affect your new relationship. It will affect the way the person trusts you. You know, one of the currency in relationship is trust. When trust is missing, relationship is over. Trust, when it's broken, it can never be repaired anymore. And that's what I want to encourage you. Your past relationship, what has happened in your past relationship, who are the people you have dated before, especially when there is an indelible mark that needs to be known. Because somebody may have dated somebody and you may be a friend to somebody you want to date now, something has happened. Now, discussion will make you to even know what has happened. Do you know we have seen where a couple got married and they discovered they are related to each other because they never speak about their past relationship? It's very important to discuss this before you say, I do. Of course, there are things you can actually mention in your past relationship. Especially if you're going to be telling the man, this is the man that disvirgin me. You're going to be saying all those things. It could be something that is very private. Some of the past need to be discussed before you say, I do. The second thing I want to talk about today is about your past life. What kind of life have you lived? The name you are bearing today, is it your real name? Have you changed your name before? You know, when you live in a nation like United Kingdom or America, you see people having different names. The name they bear on Facebook is not the name they bear on their passport. It's not the name they bear real name. And that is very important for you to tell your spouse, the name you are bearing, is it your real name? Have you ever changed your name before? The house you are living, is it your house? The car you are driving, did you borrow it? Is it your own car? Some of those things look very, very small, very minor, but it's very, very important. Who is your father? Who is your mother? Are you a product of a divorce before? As your current divorce? Because some of our past actually affect our future. Even though the word of God says we should forget the past. Yeah, but you see, when you drive a car, you discover there is a rear view mirror. Very small, but it's also important. Sometimes when you want to go to another junction in life, you need to look at your past so that it will not affect your future. So it's important to discuss our past life, our past relationship. Very, very important. Don't touch that dial. We're going to have a break right now. When we return, we will continue. 25 things to discuss before you say, I do.
Are you in a relationship or planning to get into one? And you want to know how to do it right? The syllabus has changed. Singles Checklist by Dr. Amos Fenwa is an eye-opening book that tells you all you need to know before getting hooked. How to identify the right one for you. Do's and don'ts, love languages, and many more. Now you have it! A checklist for the perfect guy or girl. To purchase a copy of Singles Checklist, visit www.amosfenwaministry.org.
Welcome back. We are still on the episode of 25 things to discuss before you say I do. before you ever going to get married to that man, to that guy, make sure discussion happen on this parameter. And that's what all the things we have been saying. Last time we spoke about past relationship and past life. Now we are looking at the parenting background. Who are your parents? Very important. Who is your father? Who is your mother? The name you bear today, is it your real surname? Because people actually are product of a stepfather, a stepmother. They will never discuss with the person they want to marry. Very important. Has your parent divorced before? What is the work of your father? Has your father got missing? Is he alive? Do you know when you go to see a doctor in a very international, world-class hospital, but when they will carry a test on you, they have to ask some of these questions. One time I was in the US and I wanted to do what I call blood test. They call it blood works there. While I was there, they were asking me some questions. What has happened to your parents in the past? This is very important to our relationship. When you are getting married to somebody, the person is about to be connected to your family. And she or she needs to know what has happened to your parent before. Do you know sometimes we repeat what our parents have done in life, usually when we are not very careful to actually look at the history to adjust our future. So you need to explain and discuss your past life, your past relationship, and your parental background. What has happened to your parent? Who is your mother? Who is your father? Is your father, the person you call your father is your father, or the person you call your mother? How many siblings do you have in the family? What's your position in the family? Are you the firstborn or the lastborn? Is there any of your family members that are missing before? All very important, because we have seen a case where a man got married to his own blood sister. The sister was missing one time and he didn't ever know. So it's important that you discuss these things, 25 things to discuss before you say, I do. I want you to know that this episode is going to be a blessing to you as you begin to practice some of the things that we have discussed today. Until I come your way again to discuss 25 things to say before I do. Don't forget, this is a relationship rehab. Make sure you inform somebody about this program. It's a telecast that is blessing so many people. Now, if you want to get back to us by writing of an email or getting on our social media platform, you see the address rolling on the screen right now. You can use that to get back to me, and I will respond back to you. I see you again. Bye.
Enjoying your marriage is key for a blissful home and marital success. In order to make this work, How to Enjoy Your Marriage and Not Endure It by Dr. Amos Fenwa is a book that opens you to possibilities of marital bliss. Find out how to understand your spouse, intimacy in marriage, expectations from your spouse, and lots more. This book will teach you how to love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sin. To purchase a copy, visit www.amosfenwaministry.org or call the numbers on your screen.